Fuck. No, honestly, like, it's starting to be the good races now. It's starting to be the good races, and that's what's bothering me. Like, I mean, I used to be bothered when Truex would win, but it was like, alright, whatever. It's the bad races that he wins. He always won the bad races. He'd always win, like, the 2016 Coke 600. Like, that race sucked, so it didn't matter. You know, he won, like, that Watkins Glen race that sucked. He won, you know, Sonoma last year, which sucked. But now he's, like, winning good races, which really fucking sucked. He won Richmond. That was a great race. He won, well, Dover sucked. He won the Coke 600, which is the greatest race of the year so far. And then he won today, which was, I mean, it was an alright race. There was 2 cautions, and those were the stage cautions. And in Vegas, it was like that too, and that was, you know, in the top 5 best races of the year so far, in my opinion. So Sonoma was also fun to watch. I had a lot of fun watching it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching that race today. It was fun. I mean, like, not a lot happened. So, like, in the first stage, there was, like, 3 commercials breaks in, like, the first 12 laps. Like, remember, they got back, and it was 1 lap that they were back, and then they went to commercial break. And, yeah, the laps are longer, but that was, like, seriously a minute and a half. So that was some kind of annoying, because I was enjoying. Well, no, the first stage was awful. The first stage was just terrible, like, awful. William Byron led every lap. That was probably the best part. Larson just fell back immediately, which was just why. And then Byron led every lap, which is cool, but yeah. That stage was just nothing. The second stage was cool. We saw a lot of guys had, like, their fenders bent, or not their fenders, like their hoods bent in. Kyle Busch had it. Joey Logano had it. Michael McDowell had it. So it was cool. It was cool looking too. Like, it was different kind of thing, you know. But what else? Yeah, McDowell spun around at one point in the stage, and then no, he spun out later, and I thought it was Logano, but I think I think Logano might have had something to do with it, but on purpose. I think he just kind of went around. They might be beating the shit out of each other right now for it, but I doubt it. What's that in this thing? Oh. Yeah, it's not wanting to come off. Got that one thing. Alright, let's get this. Fuck, it's not coming off. Alright. And then Paul Menard spun out, like, earlier in the race. And I don't think it's anybody's fault, but I thought they were going to pull out a caution for that, because they, like, stopped. And with McDowell's caution, I thought they were going to pull a caution on that too, because he had to back up to get back into position. So that was any other race, really, that'd be a caution. Besides maybe Watkins Glen, the other road course. I don't even think they would do that on the Roval. Why the fuck is my eye doing this? Alright, that's weird. Oh, I'm just getting the wrong spot. Oh no, it's, like, really stuck in there. Whatever it is. It's, like, really in there. Oh well. But, yeah, so that was pretty much all the spins that's bothering the hell out of me. I can see it. I'll get it later. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, then the battle, like, the final stops were cool. And then, like, I thought Kyle Busch was just gonna have the lead, because, like, he had enough of a lead, like, after everybody pit. I thought he was going to be the leader, but then he was 7 seconds behind. So then he had to make up all that ground. It looked like, he was going to, but then it kind of like with 10 laps to go, everything evened out and everything. So then it was like Truex had 3 laps older tires, but then like Kyle Busch, like it would kind of even out because Kyle Busch had fresher tires, but then after a while it just kind of evened out to where it didn't really matter, even though Truex still had technically older tires. So why is that in my eye? That's bothering the hell out of me, bro. Alright, let me just close it. I'm just gonna close this eye. I'm just gonna close that eye. Because I can see it. So, I can still see it. But yeah. And then Kyle Busch was like starting to catch back up, but then he stopped really catching up. And then there was lap traffic. And then Bubba Wallace looked like he was gonna wreck in front of Truex coming to the final lap, but then he didn't. He got a little loose, and it looked like maybe held Kyle Busch up a little bit, but I don't think by too much. So, but yeah, it was frustrating. The final lap is always frustrating. I always look at it as if when they're coming to the final lap, that's when the race is over, because if a caution comes out, the race is over. So pretty much, unless if he runs out of gas or wrecks, then it's over. Really, he's gonna win. In a lot of those races, in a lot of non-close races. Races where there's, it's not side by side. But yeah. So the race rate, Truex won. That obviously takes just a tiny bit off. I don't take much off for that, but that takes a tiny bit off. It takes 0.1 off. 0.1. Because the Coke 600 was 9.9 for that reason. So yeah, I'll give this race a 7.8. 7.8. Yeah. Gateway, I didn't watch any of that. I meant to watch that. That's my home track. That's my home fucking track, and my favorite driver won. Ross Chastain got the win, so yeah, I didn't even watch that race. I was going to, but then I just got caught up in playing video games. And I was like, okay, I'll join in the race late, while it's in progress. And then it was midnight, and the race was just over. And I was like, oh shit. So, yeah. But Ross Chastain won, and he actually got to keep the win this time, unlike last week where he got the win taken away from him. But yeah, so cool. Second career win. He's in the chase, or he's 38 points out of the chase. He has to get 38 points, which you could probably get next week. The next, is there a race? Next week? Yeah, Chicago next week for the truck. So, go Ross. And, yeah.